All right, episode 1 of the Poke MMO Let's Play series. I, out of all of the regions, I decided to start Kanto. And honestly, I think the main reason for that is just because I've played through all of the other regions most recently in my history of playing Pokemon, and I think the last time I picked up uh, a red, blue, yellow, fire red, leaf green cartridge has been quite a long time. So I think this would be probably the most fun for me just to try to see how the game compares in terms of power level. Because when I played these games as a kid, everything was, I don't want to say just hard by default, because I didn't really understand exactly what was going on. But I don't know. It was a lot more challenging for me back then, and I would imagine it probably won't be too challenging for me here. Hmm. But I mean, I don't know. With that being said, all of the trainers are more juiced, and everything's EV trained. I don't really know which one I want to go with right now. Um, hmm. Maybe you know what? Let's go Bulbasaur. Screw it. First Pokemon. Let's do it. And as you can probably tell if you've played Poke MMO, I have a mod pack installed. Because whenever I got into the game here, I wanted a nice visual experience. And I remember all the recent games having really nice 3D sprites. And whenever I saw screenshots of the game, most of the sprites looked like they were from black and white. So, I decided I wanted to change that up. Alright. Yep, we fight our rival here. Right? Yeah. Alright. Yeah, it's been a while since I've played all of these games, but for blue, red, yellow, and fire red and leaf green, those were like the majority of my early childhood. So like I played through these quite a bit. So I do remember the path. I remember the pathing for the most part. Um, but the thing that I think they ended up adding in the later versions of the game compared to red and blue were actual separations of the stats, or maybe special was always there. um I really didn't pay a lot of attention to the stats back then, but let's see, left click, yeah. But yeah, back then on red and blue they didn't have natures. um I'm not even sure if EVs were a thing. I'm pretty sure they probably were. Probably IVs as well. But abilities weren't a thing in the first games. And there was very little actual information exposed to the player, unlike these days. Like, these days, a lot more information's exposed to you. Whereas in the past, it was just kind of, here you go, here's this game, go figure it out. And you had to do everything through testing. I'm trying to... Hmm. Yeah. I don't know. I was trying to make sense of a couple of things. Alright, cool. Oh, man. Alright, so if I remember right, I should have to go up to the aid and then jump back down to Professor Oak after. And I do apologize if I'm a bit scatterbrained going into this. This is all fairly new to me. Not the games, but YouTube in general, and just kind of the flow of information. I kind of get distracted and kind of go off on tangents sometimes when I'm talking. But I think what I want to do here, I think to try to pick up where I was talking earlier, I think what I want to try to do is, because the trainers are so much more juiced, as far as I've heard, I do want to try to put some effort into training these guys. And now I may not end up doing that on camera. I may end up doing that off camera just to, like, promote us moving forward here while we're on camera, and then, like, try to make my guys a little bit stronger whenever I'm not trying to move the narrative of the game forward. But either way, I have a feeling it's very possible that I could just play through the game without EV training at all. And if that's the case, I may do that. I may very well just go forward and do what I can with minimal training into EVs. And for those of you who may be coming to Pokemon for the first time, EVs are essentially just like the stats that your Pokemon earns from fighting other Pokemon. And every Pokemon that you fight gives a different EV, or a different effort value for knocking them out. If you fight something like a Machop, you're going to get an attack EV. If you fight something like a Rattata, you're going to get speed. So what the game has essentially turned into in the later versions is catching Pokemon where your nature is positive, unlike this guy. He's got no nature whatsoever, as far as positive or negative. But then you would train your stats to actually make your Pokemon do better in areas that they're weak, or you just accentuate their strengths. Most of the time, you're just accentuating strengths rather than covering up weaknesses. Because if you try to spread things out too much, you end up not getting any value whatsoever. You're not able to outspeed things. You're not able to take hits. So if you're building defensively, you usually just build defensively on the Pokemon and everything. In nature, in EVs, all that jazz. And if you're trying to knock people out, you go for your attack stats and you go for your speed. I honestly, you know what? I just realized I'm blasting through all of this dialogue, and if I don't read it, I'm probably gonna get lost about where to go at some point. So I'll probably try to slow things down and read, but I'm kind of leaning very heavily on prior knowledge to lead me around at the moment. So I've kind of just been blasting through here. Because now I think the next thing that I need to do is actually catch some Pokemon, probably. And then get ready to fight our rival. Because I think there's an old man blocking our way, and we can't really get through him without going to the route on the left-hand side of the town and actually fighting Gary. And if we're not strong enough to fight Gary, then we're gonna have a problem. Yeah, okay. I think we should catch here. Pidgey's probably got a pretty high catch rate. Yeah. Alright, cool. Alright, what is this guy? Naive. Bonus speed, lower special defense. You know what? That's not horrible. I probably would have rather seen a more offensive nature. But you know what? These IVs aren't bad either. Holy. Little too heavy on the special attack. But speed, HP, not horrible. Not horrible at all. Pokedex, can I click here? Yeah, okay, cool. Base stats, yeah, Pidgey leans more as a physical attacker. So, I think that's... If we ever reach a point where I go to train, that's definitely what we're gonna do. And if I have to do any training on camera, I will attempt to at least train in an area that makes sense for the Pokemon that I'm trying to train. Like if I ever need to level up. But if I have to backtrack all the way over here to EV train on Rattatas, I'm probably not going to get a whole lot of experience for that, so that'd be super inefficient in terms of attempting to move the story forward. Just getting some levels. We'll probably try to train pretty close to where we're currently at in the story, just so we get good XP. And we'll probably lean a little heavier on levels to get us through the game rather than EV training, because EV training does give you some value, but it is closer towards level 100, level 50 that you really start seeing like your stats increase. Alright. Healed up. Got a couple mons. I don't know that I want to go and fight Gary immediately, but you know what? I may try it. Just to see if I can knock him out. Although I think, if I remember right, we should be able to find a Mankey in these bushes. Yeah, there we go. I think this dude would actually be super valuable into Brock, just because of the fact that he's actually got fighting moves, and those are going to be super effective. But if Brock actually has what I think he's probably going to have, most of his Pokemon are probably going to have Sturdy, which is going to stop me from knocking them out in one hit. Oh, he's got low catch rate. I really hope I don't knock him out here. Okay, yeah, that might help a little. But yeah, no, if Brock has Sturdy on his Pokemon, I'm gonna want to have a way to break through that. And I don't know that Mankey gets double kick early on. I guess we'll have to see. I may not even be able to catch this guy. No, okay, there we go. Now I'm out of Pokeballs, though. Let's go back to... Oh, God. Alright. Yeah, don't have any Pokeballs. Wish I could catch you. But, man. Can't round the team out without having to... Oh, God. Alright. This is a rough start. Surely they didn't juice up wild encounters. They probably just juiced up the trainers. I think my Bulbasaur is just really slow, to be honest. Alright. Let's go ahead and heal up first. There we go. Pokemart. I have 960 right now. Let's buy. Oh gosh, I don't know, 4? Yeah, screw it. I typically, whenever I play through, I tend to not buy items. I don't buy potions, I don't buy revives, things like that. That's just not something I like spending my cash on. Um, Mostly because I try to make it through fights just off the backs of my Pokemon being strong, training them ahead of time, and actually trying to match weaknesses up, right? So if I need a revive, something has gone horribly wrong in my prep. So hopefully as we go forward I can round the team out. Like right now we've got fighting, we've got normal, we've got flying and grass. That leaves me being weak to fire. Leaves me being weak to fighting and flying. I don't really have a ground weakness. Unless we were to catch this Ponyta. Yeah, this Ponyta right here. I don't know. I don't even know what this guy's catch rate is. This may be a harder catch than I think. I guess we'll find out. I don't know. That seems risky. I'm just gonna send it. I don't want to knock it out and have to find another one. Oh god, but this guy's catch rate's terrible. Alright. Might have our first whiteout here if I can't just catch this guy. Maybe try Rattata and see if I can go for... I don't know. Tackle gets a stab boost. Let me check this guy's stats. He had 12 attack for his tackles. This guy's gonna have 7, so even if it's boosted by half, it's still probably only gonna be 10? Maybe it's just weak enough to... Because it looks like Bulbasaur was doing 25%. So maybe... Oh, with an attack drop? I definitely don't think we knock out here, right? Yeah, okay. Alright, cool. So, Pokeball... We're close to 1 HP, and we still can't catch. We may be stuck with this team until we get a couple of trainers under our belt. We'll just have to make do. Okay. Alright. We ended up getting it. That's not terrible. I had to use every Pokeball that I owned. But now we've at least got 5 Mons. So, I'm going to go ahead and heal. I don't know if I want to do any training right now. But did I get any EVs at all for the... like catching these guys? No. Okay, so you only get EVs if you actually knock the Pokemon out, not if you catch them. That's good to know. Alright. Healed up. So he's gonna have Charmander. I don't have anything that's really strong against him in that scenario. Let's just send it. Let's see what happens. No training. Let's just see if we can take him out. Get some EXP for Bulbasaur here. This is actually really not good. This guy is level 9. I've completely forgotten how these fights go. So... Oh, man. If he uses Gust... I'm kind of screwed here. I think I'm just gonna try to tackle him. Oh, okay. Yep. Called it. Oh my god, that did 50% and I did nothing. Alright, yeah, this is probably our first whiteout. Okay. Really strong start to the series. Just dying off rip to our, our rival. Probably rushed a little too headlong into the whole fight. But I guess if we're gonna do any training, I should probably do it. I should probably do it on the Mankeys, the Rattatas, all that jazz. Let's see. I think Ponyta is a physical attacker too, right? Oh my gosh, look at that. Attack defense. Not terrible. IVs. Oh wow. We're not gonna look at that. Careful on Mankey. That's really bad. Wow. IVs are also really horrible. Alright, yeah, so we've got our work cut out for us. We're just gonna have to kind of roll with it. I didn't even bother checking Ponyta's special attack. Okay. Yeah. This is probably still stronger just based on the fact that we're getting a 50% bonus. So try and do an Ember here, I guess. I mean, it hits, but really doesn't matter. I think, yeah, we just get knocked out here. Alright. Yeah, so, I guess, everything I've heard about the game is, true, but I also probably just needed to train. So, man. That's alright. I'm okay with having a challenge. I think this is gonna be... Yep. Alright. White it out. Oh, wait. Do I not have... I don't have to fight him again? I don't have to make another attempt? He just runs off? Yo, it has been so long since I played these games. I didn't realize that you could, like, spectacularly fail there and still move forward. I guess they really wanted to, just drive home the idea that this guy is absolutely cracked. There should be an item up here, right? I'm the kind of person where if I see like a trail or some section of the map that just looks like something might be there, like I'll go check it. Like a lot of these older games like Zelda, Pokemon, like they love doing that kind of stuff where they just have nice little hidden areas for you to go into. Yeah, I didn't get any money for that. Oh man, I'm tired. I don't even remember if there's anything valuable in these places. I remember I used to check all the trash cans too. Alright. Old man, yeah, he's had his coffee, so I'm good. Okay, so you don't even have to actually beat your rival. You can just spectacularly fail and keep moving. So I guess that's not horrible. I don't have any more Pokeballs, right? Those are, yeah, those are gone. Yeah. Alright. I don't know how I want to approach this then. I don't know if I just want to move through, do the battles. I think there might actually be a Pokeball up here for us. Yeah. Now, I don't know what item this is, but if it is a like an actual Pokeball, then I'm probably going to use that to... I've always actually been a fan of Beedrill, and if I can, I think I want to try to land one of those. Okay, yeah, no, this Pidgey is oh, there we go. Nice. This Pidgey is significantly weaker than our rivals. Um, you know what? I think, if I remember right, I think Butterfree gets Compound Eyes. I might be able to use Butterfree as, let's see, I did 55, so 22, yeah, I can tackle without killing him, unless I crit, okay. Now if I use the same logic, I might be able to get him a little bit lower. Swap to Rattata. I want to try to get this guy as close to 1 as possible without killing him. No, come on. Alright, that sucks. I guess my Rattata leveled up, actually. Because that gives me 12 attack. Yeah, I was basically hitting just as hard as Bulbasaur there. Oh, man, that sucks. Okay. So it didn't really matter. Let me swap Pidgey, maybe. I want to try to get one of these guys as close to dead as possible. So that way I'm not wasting my one and only Pokeball. Okay, so now I have to choose, do I want Weedle or do I want Butterfree? I think Butterfree is probably a better option for trying to catch things. And I think Butterfree also learns things like Absorb, maybe, if I remember right. And if that's the case, he can actually be somewhat useful in the Brock battle, even though if he gets hit by Rock, he'll probably just get completely clobbered anyway, but we're gonna do what we can. Oh my gosh. Yo, Caterpie like really low encounter rate here or what? And then I have to just like hope that I can actually catch him. Oh, okay. This is horrible. Wow. You know what? I think Metapod's catch rate is significantly lower though, if I remember right. This might not be a good idea. Let's... Oh, I don't even have Gust on this guy. Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah, he'll boost his... Oh, my God. I don't know. I don't think I want to waste a potential Pokeball on Metapod. I'd rather try to get a Caterpie low and catch him. They're really tempting me, though. Oh my god. Alright. I think Ponyta got away, like, super easy. Does he have... He does. He have Runaway. Okay, yeah, we'll just lead Ponyta while we're trying to go through here and catch things. Just because it's got a guaranteed escape. And then I'm hoping whenever I run into this Caterpie, I can use Ember without completely one-shotting it. Huh. Yo, does Bellsprout learn, Spore? Let's check this real quick. Move list. He learns Sleep Powder. Stun Spore. No, I'm not seeing it. In that case, if it's Sleep Powder Bellsprout or Sleep Powder Butterfree, I would much rather the Sleep Powder Butterfree. And I guess while we're here, instead of just running away from everything, I think Weedle gives attack IVs. Alright, now Weedle ate an Ember, but if I ran into a level 5 Caterpie, it might not be as strong. So that's actually kind of giving me... nope. Nope, I'm good. I don't know these people. Maybe if you like whispered me first and gave me some context, I would accept, but nah, I'm good. This is... Who knew that it would be so hard to catch a Caterpie? Like, what? I wonder if there's actual segments of the map where things are more likely to show up than others. Or if all this grass is just the same. You know what I mean? Hey, there we go. Alright. Well, here's to hoping that, Caterpie doesn't just get absolutely bodied by Ember. It took forever to find this guy. Oh, and we didn't get the burn. Wow. Alright. Huge. And... Nice. Alright. Awesome. Landed Caterpie. Right off rip. Okay. That is huge. I need to go heal. And probably train this guy up. Let's see. Gentle. Yikes. That's something. That's something. Oh. Yep. Oh, wait. Yo, do I not lose HP from poison as I walk? No. I guess they did away with that for... I don't know if that's a later generation thing or if that's just a Poke MMO thing. But that's nice. I appreciate that a whole lot. Because I guess that means if I'm ever in, like, a really bad scenario, like, can't get out of a cave or something, and I'm poisoned from, like, I don't know, like a Zubat or something, like, I won't have to worry about out of battle like damage. That's huge. Now I'm not really sure how I want to tackle this. Because I know to fight Brock, I'm going to need my guys leveled up a little bit. And I'm also going to need to be able to deal with physical... Not physical. I'm going to need to be able to deal with rock. So my best guys are probably going to be these three. But even still, Caterpie is not the best because I think Bug is weak to rock. So I almost just want to prioritize Bulbasaur right now over anything. And I don't even know how I want to train this guy. Like, I don't know where I want to go fight. I don't really... Oh, okay. Well, yep, I guess this is what we're doing. We're just fighting whoever. I think I'm gonna lean into what I was talking about earlier. I think I would much rather just move through the game and not worry as much about EV training and focus mostly on just getting the levels, because levels and base stats of your Pokemon do give quite a lot of stat. EVs are significant, but they're more significant towards level 100, and I don't know how the level cap system works exactly, but I do know that everything is completely level capped until you beat the Elite Four, which means you cannot hit level 100 anywhere even close to that. They cap you off way before then. So, let's see. Is there a way... Ah, there we go. Okay, max obedience is 20. So I could level everything up to level 20 while we're here. But I really think that's going overboard. I don't think that's a necessity. So we'll probably just get Bulbasaur. I don't even know if to level 6... Oh, it's the Leech Seed? Let's go. That's huge. That could actually help me break... That could actually help me break Sturdy. But does Leech Seed only apply to the one Pokemon? Yeah, plants it on the target, which means after the Pokemon dies, I'm going to have to re-up it. Slightly less valuable in that scenario, in my opinion. Let's see what we got here. Super Potion. Now, how do I access that segment that I saw outside? Is it's probably just with cut, honestly. I'm going to need to come back and cut that tree down. Now, I'm fighting a bunch of bugs, but I don't think they really have bug-type moves. So I don't think these guys are going to do a lot to my Bulbasaur. Now, this guy here, he's going to harden. We're just going to swap Ponyta here. Just try to get through his physical defenses. Ah, okay. Yeah, Ember? Let's go. Yo, what? Crit? Alright, not bad. Oh, he does nothing. Yeah, I got him. I got him dead to rights. What did he give just now? Special defense? Oh, that's gross. This is not a defensive mon. So, man. For quick attack, there we go. Beautiful. Leveled up again? Holy. Okay, trainer battles are probably going to make it to where I don't really have to do a whole lot of, like, training before Brock. And if that's the case, let's send out Caterpie to maybe swap train this guy. Back into Ponyta. And then hope... Oh my god, I got poison? You've got to be kidding me, bro. Alright. That 10% chance on a poison sting. Unless it's higher. I'm pretty sure it's 10% though. Alright. Got him. Caterpie get any levels? No. What? Wow. Okay. I'm probably gonna lead Caterpie to swap train him. My Ponyta is probably dead if I get into another fight. But I'm gonna try it. Okay. That is probably best case scenario for me. Because we can swap here, not have to worry too much about a lot of damage unless his tackle just hits like a truck. Nah. Nah, we're good. Alright, Ember. He probably lives it. No! Nice. Awesome. Caterpie level 6. Do I die to poison? No. Alright. Let's see if I can one-tap the Spinnerack. No. Didn't get there. Caterpie? Go? Oh, I'm faster. Yo, that's huge. Although, I guess it doesn't matter if I hit, like, a wet napkin. I didn't even think about the fact that Spinnerack probably gives physical attack or something along those lines. Yeah. Oh, that's bad. Man. I'm so... In my mind, I want to just go through the game and just enjoy the baseline experience without trying to get too down in the weeds. But at the same time, the inefficiency of killing Pokemon that I know are not going to give me the stats that I want is probably going to eat at me the entirety of this playthrough. Just because I know that I could be, like, making my guys more tailored. Oh, this guy's Team Rocket. Yo, that's crazy. I could be making my guys more tailored to scenarios and their strengths. And by not doing so, I know that I'm actively hurting myself. But the deeper I go, I think the easier access I'll have to actually training. So it would probably make sense for me to just blast. Like, most of these Pokemon probably don't even have good natures anyway, right? Like, I think Ponyta's got a good one. The attack, lower defense. Because it's an attack mon. Caterpie, he's going to be for catching things anyway, so I don't think he's as relevant. But Bulbasaur's docile nature. I think if I remember right, Mankey's just not ideal. More defensive. The lower special attack is perfect, but we just wish the positive bonus was better. The naive Pidgey was good, actually. And Pidgey hasn't received any EVs. I may try training the Pidgey off camera. Just because I think he's going to stick around in the team. Just because he's probably going to be my flyer, right? Like, I'm going to need a flying Pokemon for HMs. So I think he'll probably be on the team. And I think I could get some value out of having one really solid EV trained Pokemon. So I think that's one of the things I'll try to do before I come in and record again. Um, and honestly, since Ponyta is also good, I'll probably try not to use it as much unless I'm trying to just run away from battles, right? I'll lead with Ponyta to run, and then I'll try to train up the Pidgey. So this will be the strongest member eventually, but I know Mankey's also really strong. I just wish that his nature was better. And then I don't even remember what Rattata had. Yeah, no, Rattata's bad. Rattata's really bad. All right, so yeah, in that case, we're not gonna lead with Pidgey. Probably gonna lead with Bulbasaur just because it's neutral nature. I think that's probably my better bet for moving through most of this early game. Is to just lead with a guy that's probably not great, but still like middle of the road. Like we're not trying to make this guy a juicer, right? We're just trying to get through some of the early portions and just not get run over by everything. So we're gonna try that. Although I think he's really slow. 14 speed. How does that compare to Ponyta, who's been leveling up? 18. Oh, okay. He's not terrible. He's not the slowest thing out here. But he's definitely not overly fast either. I probably shouldn't be trying to avoid fights. I should probably just be running through this grass, taking every fight I can get, but I'm trying to minimize the time that I get into battles. And oh my gosh, I went back to town and I forgot to buy Pokeballs. We got another, yeah, we got another boy here. Let's go. Okay. He's probably going to be a Harden and Tackle Pokemon. Since I'm going to have to get through his physical defense, I'm probably going to Leech Seed him and just let him get drained slowly over time here. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's perfect, because that also heals me. Okay. He swaps out, that's fine. Oh my god, another one? I might just have to bring out Ponyta. Because if I try to Leech Seed... No? Really? What is this? What is this strat? It's weird. Just Alright, perma swapping. Yep. Cool. Alright, buddy. Alright, bud. This is just free XP. I psyched him out with the Leech Seed. He saw it come out one time and he just started hard perma swapping. Alright, another one down. Bulbasaur level 10. What level does he evolve? Let's check the Pokedex here. If I remember right, it should be 16. Yeah, 16. Yeah. Most of the Pokemon level up at 16, and I think it's 32. Or 36. Something like that. Something along those lines. Oh, they don't tell you until you actually get to the next one? Okay, I mean, that's fair. That's in line with an actual Pokedex in the original games. You don't have the information until you have the Mons. But I think in the original games, they never even told you when things leveled up, so... Alright. Bro, I mentioned Pikachu in episode 0 because he was always dying. Now I got one in front of me and I don't have a Pokeball to catch. I'm gonna lose my absolute mind, bro. Although I think Grass is actually good into Pikachu here, if I remember right. Because we should resist. So I'll just Vine Whip him. Nice. Stab, Vine Whip. And I resist? Yeah. Yeah, it's over, bro. You're done. Boom. Alright. Cool. And I leveled up. Nice. Alright. Is there an item over here? Yeah. Oh! And this is, I forgot, this is Fire Red, so we actually have a Moss Stone here, which if I remember right, we need to level up an Eevee next to this to get Leafeon. So we'll have to come back for that later. If we want Leafeon. I don't even know which version of Eevee I would want if I managed to get one. I guess it'll probably depend on which stones are available. Because if the Leaf Stone's available here, I would imagine there's probably an ice one somewhere. And I like Glaceon. Glaceon's really cool. And I'm almost tempted to set up a an ice team, like a snow team. I think that'd be really fun. Oh yeah, no, that's over. Alright. Is this level 12 though? I guess we'll find out. No, no level 12. Yeah, I noticed whenever you level up, your HP will actually increase mid-battle. So, awesome. Okay, made it through the Viridian Forest. Is there anything here? I know that usually there's like an Oak's Aid or whatever. In most of these little like connection centers. So, oh man, there's a lot of people here. I don't have any Pokeballs. So we're gonna remedy that. Wait, what did he just say? Oh, okay. I thought he was talking about bug Pokemon as if, like, they wouldn't be very good against Brock. Team Rocket at Mount Moon. Alright. Let's restock here. I say as I walk into another building. Alright. Yeah, I have a feeling not many of these places are actually going to give us anything. I still like checking just to see if someone will gift me an item. But let's see, we can get repels. Probably no, escape rope's way too expensive. That's not necessary right now. I want to try to find a Mon with dig, but we got 1k to spend on Pokeballs. We're gonna do that. Send it. I do want to go see what's in this grass out here. And I just realized I left town without a map. Gary told his sister not to give me one, and she's still gonna give me one, and I left without it. Is there anything valuable here at all? Rattata and Pidgey. So, I mean, these are decent for Speed EV training, and they're higher level than the first route that I encountered. So I may actually train here off camera, just because we'll get a little bit of EXP and speed. All right. Yeah. I mean, it looks like there's not a whole lot here, so I'm gonna run back down and grab the map. Let's do that. Not entirely necessary. Probably kind of slow. But you know what? If I'm trying to run, let's lead Ponyta here, just so I can get out of these battles easy. I don't have to worry about it. I just want to get the map. And I also want to check the grass over by where our rival is, because I'm seeing people running around with Nidoran, and I want to see if I can find one. I think I remember them being over there because Mankey's there. And there's a lot of really cool mons over that spot. So we're gonna try. It's probably the shortest path, and I couldn't make it. Alright. This one's tempting. But I don't know if I want to waste Pokeballs on this. Hoot Hoot? Yo, that's Gen 2. I don't think I want him. Not that interested. Let's do this. Nice. Okay. Finally making it through. Go get my map. So this guy's got a Kangaskhan. Let's go. Man, this is excruciating. I forgot that you don't get your running shoes in Gen 1. And I don't think I get a bike until much later, actually. I think you need like a voucher. So... Yeesh. Alright. Let's grab our map here. Yeah, thank you. Cool. Alright. And you know what? Actually, we are coming up on an hour recording. I want to try to have these episodes be an hour. And that's just because I've blocked out 1 hour of time per day for me to record. So I'm just gonna make the episodes an hour just to keep it easy. I know most people may not even make it all the way through, but just to stay consistent and function on a schedule, we're gonna go and keep the recordings at an hour. So, thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you in the next episode.